Hey guys, welcome back to another round of Cyborg Gaming. I am here in the waterfront and I was waiting for the Gray Fox to send a message for the final quest, our final heist, and it looks like he just found me really quickly.
The Gray Fox requests a meeting.
So we got another meeting really quick. So I am actually going to wait for Amar and Kristoff and wait for nighttime as I am a vampire right now. Pay off my fines, and then go about this final quest. So give me 1 minute here. The ultimate heist mission here, and I was able to get... What am I looking at? I'm looking at the map. So after I got stopped by Amusia, or whatever the heck his name is, I now need to go talk to the Gray Fox. So we should be able to come over here.
The Gray Fox is waiting inside.
There you go. So that is your key to go into Othello's house. So we now just need to find the Gray Fox sitting here waiting for us. And this is the big heist. And this one's a doozy.
We are going to steal. There is no buyer. As cap, the Elder Scrolls are kept. You will have to unseal in the Imperial City. The book, the one.
Alright, so I'm going to save right here, just in case we have any issues, and then I can easily come right back. So let's go down to here, and let's go. So he mentions that basically, yeah, we need to go through the sewers, which is how we got to the Imperial City in the first place, how we got out of jail, and all that. So let's go over here to the map marker, and let's go over to the palace. And yeah, this is going to be a long mission. You know, make sure you have your Doritos and Mountain Dew ready. It's not something crazy, but it is definitely the longest thing we'll probably do. I can't think of a single thing in the Dark Brotherhood that will be as long as this. Obviously, the main mission can have some pretty long ones just due to the Oblivion gates. But yeah, we're going to go break in and steal the Elder Scrolls. So I recommend have your... Ooh. I might need more lockpicks. Let's find out here. Okay, so we're going to have one soldier here off to our right. So I'm going to move very quickly so that he doesn't come through and see us. So there are a couple chests in there with some items and things like that. But I am probably going to avoid that just to avoid this soldier. And you are going to kind of test your skills here, your sneak skills. So you obviously you have this giant crystal ball, this giant club, and this giant chair. I have no clue what that is about, to be honest. But it's just there. So we have the glass of time, though, that is going to open up the sewer system for us to use. And let's go around here and avoid this guy. So I actually am probably going to go up to Bruma really quick, buy some lockpicks, sell some items, things like that, and then we'll get back on our mission.
All citizens are welcome in the Imperial Palace.
For the first 2 floors, of course. Luckily, they didn't see us just kind of walk out of a door that we had just broken into. So let me go up to Bruma really quick, and then we can get started going through the sewer system and all that good fun. Okay, so now that I cleared off a little bit of weight, and I went and got some lockpicks, I probably should have gotten one little area over, but basically, yeah, we're going to go find the sewer system, which is a very small thing. Let's go over to the Arboretum area, and it's basically just something hidden in the ground. Like, it's very easy to just walk right over. A couple times when you go through the sewer system, you'll use like a well, but I think this one is just the super small one off to the side right here. And you can see how much health I'm losing as a vampire going through during the day. It sucks. And so after this, that is going to be my main goal, which is just to get rid of vampirism. And man, there are some difficulties there, as well as last time I did it, I think, or it was the time before, I ended up with a stupid game, not breaking bug, but it honestly kind of ruined it for me in the sense that I had to play as a vampire for the rest of the playthrough if I wanted to continue on that run. Luckily in this one, I am a low enough level where I don't particularly care. If I get that same breaking bug again, I will probably just restart and go through the Thieves Guild really quick, things like that. But, to be honest, I have been a bit annoyed with how many of the bugs are basically back from when I originally played the game, and after like all these different, you know, updates and things like that. And you're down. Oh, you're not down. Because, yeah, when I played it even on the Xbox One or Xbox X on the Game Pass, I think it is, that, you know, they have for Oblivion, there was a lot of bugs. It was like basically when the game had first released all the way back, was it like 06 or whatever? But let's get back on topic. So basically, yeah, we're going to go use the Arrow of Extraction. We're going to use a lot of, you know, the Spring Jack's boots to go through and get the Elder Scrolls, which hopefully doesn't have as big of an issue. I also ran into a bug one time where you're just sitting there waiting for the Elder Scrolls to come to you, and they never did. So let's make sure I'm going the right way if I should go back. So I do want to go back. But let me check this room out really quick. Alright, let's go back off to the side. And here we go. So that's one thing. I just need to check the map a little bit. There is a lot of things going on within the sewer system. So let's check that out. So let's go down this way. No. Oh, man. Okay. Let's get out back a little bit more clear. Actually, no. Let's go up. Let's see if we can get this correct on the first run. So, vampire here. Let's go down here. Let's go across here. Okay, well, he came right through here, so let's see if this is the correct way to go. Man, I love that helmet, though. Alright, Cuirass, I don't really care about that. Steel Shield, I already dropped it. Iron Claymore, I'm okay. So let's go through here. I like to go usually where the enemies are at, and hopefully that will take us in the right direction. So let's go down through here. Bone, 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 bone meal, let's take you. Bone meal, let's take you. And okay, looks like we're going in the right direction. So just a little bit going off the path on that first turn, but we should be good now. The sewer systems are very confusing to me. There's just so many turns, so many different paths you can take. And alright, let's see if we can get through this. Let's take you out. Need to get some of those sword skills up anyways. And let's see if we lift you up. Nice. And we got another vampire. And like I said, I'm already a vampire, so this doesn't really bother me at all. But you want to be very careful when going through here. Steel cuirass, steel, whatever. That's okay. Just bartered those away. So you might want to go through and do this quietly, a lot more sneaking, maybe using some arrows or some magic to take them out. Because, yeah, if they touch you, you can basically become a vampire. It's just how it's going to work out. So now I need to find the old way.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
And let's drop right on you. So I got an acrobat over here. Interesting. Perfect. Why not? Let's get some silver arrows, get a bow. And let's curve off to the side. I assume that... Actually, let me take a look. Yeah, let's go over here. Ooh, nice. Okay, I do remember this room. So I think we're on the right path. And... that is, That's hilarious. You should probably be in the water, Mr. Dude. Mr. Fishy. So there we go. Mud crab. Mud crab. Let's open this up. Cure disease. Perfect. And strange door to the old way. So you can see we're getting a little bit of notifications each time we come through, basically letting us know that we're good to go and we can keep going further. So this is something I should always be prepared for, but I never am. Let's see, what type of good... Let's see if a silver dagger will do it. There we go. So I'm not good with ghosts. I never, like, at this point, I haven't been going and getting special weapons.
Do your worst.
Okay, Mr. Vampire. Alright, let's switch it up again. There we go. So you need a special type of sword to take out the ghosts. Luckily for me, I have a good amount of health. I don't really have to worry about these guys too much. But you can see here, we got a silver longsword that does a lot more damage than my silver knife. So let's, or dagger. Let's just use that. So you can curl off to the left here, and you can see this is where our arrow is going to take us, and door to the old way. So we're making a bit of progress here. You can see a little rat, headless zombie. Ah, that one does have a head. So let's take out the rat too. Let's come off to the side here and get this chest. Alright, that's fine. Go. And that's 2 zombies down, and you can see this is pretty much, yeah, looks exactly like where we were beforehand when we were coming through the sewer systems with the king. I don't understand why the headless zombies have more health than the regular zombies. But curve off to the side here. Another rat. And a little bit further down, and we have our next exit, down to the catacombs. So we're making pretty good progress here, but we still need to get into the general vicinity where the monks are and where the Elder Scrolls are. Ghost down, chest, 23 gold. Apologies that that's probably not the greatest fun watching me go through inventory. So we got 169 feet, so we can curl off to the side here. No. Let me take a look at the map really quick. Oh, it's probably this way. Probably could use that steel. Oh man, there's so many of you guys. So let's head down this way. Let me speed up a little bit. And yeah, this is pretty much where we were at the very beginning of the game, if I am correct here. Let me just take out the ghost. And I'm a pretty low level. I'm also playing on like a little bit easier the difficulties, just to make sure that I can speed through this. So you might have a bit more difficulty than I do when taking out the enemies, just for your own knowledge. I really should just start using that take all button. So let me just check out my map really quick. So where do we want to go? Huh. There we go. Not sure why the map marker wasn't showing up correctly. So I'm just going to keep following where the enemies are and go do my best on memory about which path I am taking. Hopefully this is nice and clear for you guys. You should be able to tell kind of enemies and location-wise where I am. And you can see we still have a good amount of ways to go. There's just so many twists and turns here. It would be nice to kind of just sneak through this, but I'd like to go a little bit faster for you guys so we can speed through. And hopefully not turn this like half-hour mission quest into anything too long. So, oh man, okay. I think if you use the Spring Hill boots, you can jump up there and grab some items. Which I think, is that something we're going to have to do? Let's go check this out. Let's make sure I can get up there. So let's go inventory here. Let's go over here. And I got my boots. And I can jump up nice and easily here. So you can see these little buttons off to the side. You can see some areas here. Steel boots. At this point, I actually probably even will want to sleep just to level up. But I can do that after this mission. So let's put that away. Let's sprint off to the side here. And let's try this one as well. So that is like basically the little indicator. You can see that it's kind of hard to jump up there. But with that Spring Hill boots, you should be okay. So I'm going to try to keep my boots for the entire game. We'll go over that as we are exiting the Elder Scrolls area. So you should be okay to grab this here. And actually, I'm even going to take these boots off, as the boots I like are a little bit more sneak friendly. Ooh. What happened to my boots? There we go. So sneak up behind you and get a ×2, ×3. Nice. Ectoplasm if you need it. And then this is, I think, the area. Yep. We're going to use the arrow. So you do need to have a bow and arrow. Should have mentioned that at the beginning. I really hope you have one at this point. I always keep a bow and arrow, so I didn't really think about mentioning it beforehand. I will also be saving right before I shoot the arrow just to make sure that I can hit it right in the chest. So the secret way to open this door, I'll bet this is where I use the arrow. Most likely to have me standing in a special place to open it up. So let's go over here. And I think we need to be like right around there to open it up. There looks like the wall to be meant to move. Maybe the place I need to stand fire is between them. Alright. So let's make sure we have every like kind of enemy cleared out. So we got there. Okay. Let's just go through here. Let's see if this is correct. Dang it. So. Okay, what am I looking for exactly? So there's a couple enemies. I know there's a push block. Like I think with the Spring Hill boots you can just jump around. But let's do it the correct way here. So we got one path open. Let's go clear this up. Let's push that. And so let's just double check that. I don't think that opens it. Yep, okay. So let's go further down. You can see a ghost right there. And as always, follow the enemies, as they're going to lead us to where we need to go. So nice little chest here. I think there is one more door. Is there not? Okay. Perfect, right here. Beautiful tree. The epics. And we still got to go find another button or whatever to activate the blocker. And then we can use the arrow of extrication, I think is the name. Basically, I just call it the arrow because I'm not too good at reading or spelling. Alright, let's go hop around. I like stealing these. They're about 50 gold per gem, stone. And I think, you sell 5 or 6 of them at a time. It's pretty good money. So let's get you out of the way. Let's go check over here really quick. Ooh, nice. Whoa. Get that. And then let's go back. Take out the zombie. I know I saw a path over here, so let's go further down. I do wish that, I don't know why my mission is not updating on where this location is. It really should. I'd have to use his boots. I don't want to put him back on. Same with that. Same with that. We can see another zombie. And you can also contract diseases from the zombies, so be careful there. There we go. Oh, I don't think I took that. There we go. And I think that is what we want. And then there should be a chest right here. Yeah, let's take you out. He's not too strong. Block, block. I definitely have not been working on my blocking skills. I really should do that. But once I go back to the, what's it called? Arena, I should be good there. Okay, so let's just speed through this to go back to the arrow. Well, alright. You know, make some stops. I'm going to get myself some nice healing. I think I go off to the side here. And then, so basically, yeah, the blockers that were, you know, not allowing us to go to the place where we need to shoot off the arrow of extrication should be now open with that final block and final switch. Man, my brain is fried. Okay, so let's go through here. Let's go up. Collect some of the ectoplasm. So yeah, for me, I am a vampire, so I'm definitely going to need to use as many of these elemental stuff as possible. And I can't quite remember. I know I need like danger hearts and moongrass and things like that. Garlic. But I know there's a lot of stuff that I need to find from around the world to get rid of that vampirism. So I'm kind of going through and collecting everything. So stand right here. Activate this. And then aim for the chest. And right now, I'm going to save. If I miss, I am just going to load it. Which, honestly, I have no archer skills right now. So I will probably be missing. So let's go dwarven bow. Let's go arrow. And let's see if that hits. Nope. Load. I do not want to have to go find it. I might as well even save once I have it activated, but that's okay. So let's go inventory, arrow, dwarven bow. So last time I was a little bit low. So let's aim about there. Perfect. I've used the arrow to activate the door and open the secret palace. So let's go back. And at this point, I think it is entirely sneaky based. And I want you back. I want to take you out. Interesting that they're not... Like, that's got to be a bug, right? Like, they got health. They should be swinging at me from what I remember, but... Neat. Aw, come on. Okay, I do remember that. Okay, let's see how much further we gotta go to get to the Elder Scrolls. So we are in the Imperial City arena. You can see a bunch of palace guards. You can go through and steal things from the chest. But let's go through. Actually, at this point, I also want to do a quick save. And let's open this door up. And I think we're pretty close to the monks. We're also going to need to, you know, drop back down, which is using the boots, Jack's boots. And at that point, like, I recommend same thing, save. See if you can make the drop without the boots, and see if you can survive. And if you can, then do not use the boots. So then you can keep them for quite some time. And right now, yeah, we just need to kind of just stay behind and get to the next area. So this is just going to kind of test your sneaky skills. Use Chameleon, use, you know, Fortify, Sneak, anything you got to do to get around these areas. Save, you know, as many times as you need to. Because, yeah, there's not much room, and there is a lot of guards. Let's see if I need to pull this. I can't quite remember. And let's go over to the side. And I think the door should be now open for us to go through. So the one thing for me that... Okay, there we go. And now, let me save here. Same thing. So originally, well, once I got a breaking bug where we should be getting the Elder Scrolls walking down to us, and then we can steal them. I had it to the point where this never came, which was very disappointing. I sat here forever.
Welcome to this holy library.
So let's enter, let's take. So now get back to the Grey Fox. The way back is blocked, so I'll go upstairs to find a way out, even though they're blind. Yeah. So let's get out. Same thing. I'm going to do a quick save because I have a good run going so far. You know, you just want to make sure that if anything bad happens, you can go back to a quick save and easily load back in. So let's break out and let's get out of this and go back to the Grey Fox. So even with the Elder Scrolls, there is a bit more detail that is going to be going on and a bit more of the story that is going to occur. So just in case, I know he's blind, but I am not going to take the chance at this point of getting caught. Wow, that was very lucky. So let me just take a quick look at the map. Let's zoom in here. Okay, let's go try the other way. So I'm not sure. Let's. Okay, so we want to go to the complete other side. Okay. Apologies there. And so basically, let's go back into the library really quick, and let's see if we can avoid him. So I don't think we can wait. Let's give it about 10 seconds. Let's even do a quick save really quick, just in case, and then we can load it back in if he's still there. Perfect. Okay. So we need to get to the quarters, and we're going this way. So I just went down the wrong path. So Moth's Priest quarters. Security's almost up to 50, which ain't bad. Trespassing. Perfect.
Your eyes must only be used to read the scrolls.
So let's go into the map. And so you can see we can cut through here and then go through the Battle Mage's chambers. Nope. Okay. I'm wrong. Man, I can't read a map either. Okay. Oh, man. It's been a while since I've done this. So, at least at this point, I can sneak through pretty well. And let's see how much further we gotta go. So, the second door there is what I was expecting is to come out of. Thank you. And let's go. So, probably at this point, too, another quick save would be beneficial. Perfect. Alright, so we got a guard. And we got a green. That is good. So let's see how much further we got to make it before we can get out of here. So just double check. Map. Scroll in. Perfect. The old way. And let's break right in. So this is where... Steal some stuff if you like. Let's go on the hard. Perfect. First time. So this is what you're going to want to find. So let's do a quick save here. I do not have the boots on. And let's break in and get out of here. Nice little jailbreak. I hope the Royal Battle Mage won't mind misusing Ash Flu. I can only hope my fall didn't end too abruptly. I wonder what the Grey Fox said. Ooh. Perfect. That's kind of what my plan was initially, and that worked out quite well. So, I still have some room. Let me get that leather shield. And let's get back to the Imperial City. Oh, man. Okay. So, let's see if I can figure out what my path is here. I swear there's one area that we can easily make an exit so that we don't have to go all the way back. Dude, that is a... Those fish don't seem to want to stay in water. So let's see if this is it. Perfect. So out, it said the Bloodworks area. Let's see where this pops us out. No. Let's see if this is correct. Let me check my map really quick. To the side. The markets? Ah, jeez. Okay. Let's take you out so you're not following us around the entire time. Ah. Let's get the rat out of the way. So let's go back here. What did I miss? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. So let's go all the way here. Let's check if this is the right path. And then let's just be running through this whole thing here to get out. I swear there was one exit in the sewer that will just take you directly out. But southeast tunnel, I don't think I want to go that way. So, let's go off to the side here. Let's put this away. Let's start sprinting again. Hopefully this isn't too bad on basically the logistics of getting out of here. I absolutely hate the sewer system here. There is so much going on. Alright, let's take you out. And the market sewers. Okay. So we're getting closer. So let's check the map again. So we probably go off to the left and then off to the right. So I think I already took you. Can we activate you and let's see if that will fix. Perfect. So there's somebody around here. Let's go off to the right here. And let's hit that. So make sure you got a lot of lockpicks, a lot of breaking and entering. I am very happy that I went through and grabbed 100 lockpicks before exiting. So it says the best defense, so we should be just in the Imperial Marketplace. And let's make sure that we're okay there. So pretty much, yeah, let's get back to the Gray Fox. Let's get back to where we are trying to go. Man, they need to fix that mapping situation. So let's go over to the Elven District. I want to be able to easily, maybe I should actually take a look at the manual and see like how the controls work a little bit better. If there's an easier way to zoom in and out of the map. I always, when I zoom out, have it go to the middle of nowhere,
The best place in the city for
which is a bit
outcast
obnoxious. But that, guys, is how you're going to steal the Elder Scrolls here in Oblivion Remastered.
Scroll. I've
And so let's hand it off. And now we'll go take the rest of this on in the next video. You can see we got a wedding ring. But for now, guys, that is the end of this video. We'll hop into the last part of this video on my next one.